So we have a triple war video and a war rewards opening. I did not post wars 10, 11, and 12 on time like I normally do because I was on vacation and could not really record, but yeah, pretty standard. The first war I have literally, I'm placing 2 pre-fights and I am doing a boss fight, and that's literally it. So pretty funny there. I decided I would include placing the pre-fight because, like, why not, you know? It's half of what I did. So I go ahead and I place that Shock pre-fight and the Human Torch pre-fight. And, yeah, amazing teammate, did great job this war. Definitely did my part doing all of one fight and a pre-fight. But that one fight was a rank 5 Jessica Jones boss. So a little bit of redemption there. I did just take this. I believe it was the war before. Pretty standard. I was taking this I had just done 13 hours of travel, and it was 4 a.m. not local time, but 4 a.m. my time, 2 a.m. local time, so that was really cool. But pretty standard here, just doing my combo revert, and also combo invert, of course, so there we go, we invert it. And just kind of go back and forth. The goal is to get as many Pierces and Bulwarks as we can. So now we're pretty much good to go. We have 3 of each. And I do have an Invul on, as I always do for this fight. But I'd rather not push her to L3. I was strongly considering it because on paper there's really no downside to pushing her to L3. Because I'm stun immune and I have an Invul. But I just wasn't feeling it. Alright, here we go. And there oh, that's not it. I guess that's a different war, but that was nice. Then I just get hit. I try to go for a light intercept off the special one. And, yeah, so that did not work. So my Invul is gone. I'll give myself a little bit of grace because, again, it's very early in the morning and or late at night, depending on how you look at it, but definitely not good there. Okay. And now I can't push her to L3 anymore, which is always really cool. So I have to get this SP2 out of her, and I do. And now I just want to drop an SP2 of my own. And she doesn't have a bar of power, which means easier punishes for me, potentially. If she can block, which she does. So hitting really hard through the block. And I'm probably not going to kill her before I get to another SP2, so I'm probably going to have to SP2 to finish it, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay. There we go. We were seeing a lot of Jessica Jones bosses, which meant that even on vacation, I kind of had to take it because I was the Jessica Jones option, which is not bad. I do enjoy taking stuff like boss fights. I do wonder why people keep placing Jessica Jones bosses, because she's really not that difficult. As you can see here, I didn't even play that well, and still a very easy solo. I'm at 80%. But that is War 10 versus PYCB. War 11 is versus GT40, and I'm bringing the lovely team of Hercules, Immortal, Hulk for the synergy, and Odin for the pre-fights. So it's just a Hercules war for me. And pretty standard, I have 5 fights here. I am going to take Path 8 both sections, and then take Node 51 Apocalypse. And I don't really need I-Hulk for the Path, but for Apocalypse, it's going to be better to be as ramped up as possible. So, yeah, pretty standard stuff there. Not too much going on in these fights, but I will talk them over while I do it. So, first we have a Silver Surfer. There is a little bit of insult to injury. No, not insult to injury. It's the one that involves buffs. So I don't remember exactly what that's called, but there is that. I can also sidestep Silver Surfer very easily if I want to. I don't know if I do that in this fight though, but that is also an option. And we're just dropping the special one, pretty standard. He's getting some Furies. Trying to bait this special one out of him, but in the end, I'm like, okay, he's not really going to throw it potentially. And if I have to go to SP2, I will. But he throws that SP1. I think I push an SP2 here. Nope. It's been a while. I was under the impression that I pushed an SP2 maybe here, or I could just be... I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, here we go. Here's the SP2, which we avoid without a problem at all. And that is Silver Surfer dead pretty easily. So... yeah, I mean, Hercules season's over now, but Hercules season is crazy because you basically just Hercules anything that's a nothing fight, and then you get ramped up Hercules for the ones that are actually kind of hard. unless you're IP, in which case you Hercules, even the hard fights, with no charges. But here we go. We have Hulk, pretty standard. Not that hard of a fight at all. Power efficiency is not really that big of a deal because he doesn't have buffs. So this is literally just a big Hulk. I don't even know why this is being placed, to be honest. But it's GT40, so there's probably a reason. Pretty standard. I just want to ramp myself up. That's really the only goal for these fights. Like, these are not hard fights. There's no reason in the world I should be dying to them. So the main issue is make sure I get my 2 charges and get out of there. At this point, late in the season, with a couple invuls left, there's definitely an argument to be made that I should have invuled and, like, purposefully tanked knockdowns for that 3rd charge, but I decided not to do that. Just because it's a little risky and there's, like, no need to be super fancy. Alright, here we go. SP2 out of him. Make sure I don't mess up his dex. That would be tragic. Someone in one of my friends' alliances messed up an SP2 dex. I think it was a couple seasons ago. In this exact matchup and got one-tapped. So definitely not going to have that happen to me. Now we have an Ikaris. And this one, I've taken Ikaris before. The global was down, I want to say, with Hercules. But the game plan's pretty much the same. Like, even if he gets stuff, I'm going to be winning the rich get richer battle because flourishes count as energizes. And so, oh, do they not? Yeah, I think they do. Yeah. So, flourishes count as energizes, so I'm not going to be, like, losing that battle at any point. And obviously, I have 5 buffs and he has 1. So, like, even if he had 2, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So here, I'm just trying to do my mediums and my heavies and all that fun stuff. Tap his block when I can. Okay. And now I'm at an SB2. Do I just... I want to say I just throw it here, to be honest. Yeah, there we go. Infuriate him and throw it. And that is Ikaris dead. So definitely not a hard fight. So I have one last fight with functionally 9 charges, and it's an Apocalypse on 51. I took this recently. I think it was 2 or 3 wars before this, and it went very, very smoothly. Again, it's a rank 5 Apocalypse. Any one of, like, an Apocalypse on defense is probably going to be rank 5 because, you know, very good attacker and a decent defender, so you're going to see lots of people ranking him up. And the game plan's pretty standard. Light, medium, okay, heavy, and the heaviest so that I can punish with a medium off his special attack if I so choose. Dex, block, Dex, and here I want to block, hit his block because he was getting a little more flourish charges than I liked. And again, because of the heavy, I could do whatever input I wanted. That was not a heavy, and it'd be fine. At one point, I think I actually double heavy, which is, man, you gotta really suck to do that, but did do that. So here I drop a special 1, and I do believe this resets inputs. So here I heavy his heavy. Is this where I do it? Am I just... No, I did not do that. That's nice. And I ended with a light there, which is kind of the same as ending with the heavy, because that way I know I can medium punish. And just gives me the option. I don't usually do it, but it gives me the option if I do it to not get in trouble. So it's something I like to do on this node. There I missed a parry, but immediately tap block. Heavy. Here we go. And then in the medium, and then I accidentally triggered Infuriate and pushed him to L2. I know how to dex that, but was really not feeling it just because it was getting near the end of the fight. And there I had to hit his block because 5 flourish charges is too much. Way too much. There we go. And part of me wants to throw the special 2. You're supposed to throw special 1s in this fight for the most part, and I just forgot. And so at that point, it's not worth throwing special 2. You can get to SP3 and throw that if you want to, but you should not be throwing SP2. It just doesn't really make that much sense. So we tap him through the block. I should have just thrown it here, but I wanted to be safe. So I think I get, if I remember correctly, tap his block and then heavy him for the feat of strength. Heavy him. Why am I not? Okay, I should have thrown a special 3 there and that would have been fine. But just playing it extra safe. And this fight, if you die here at this point, that's pretty embarrassing. So let's drop a medium, light, medium. I'll even throw a special 3. Okay, never mind. But yeah, definitely a very solid option for that. Too bad he's going to be banned all of next season. And this is the last war, War 12 versus TCN. I'm bringing a really interesting team here. Valkyrie, Human Torch, and Magneto. Taking Path 7. I ranked up Magneto just a few wars ago, and I let my planner know. I was like, Magneto's ranked up. I I didn't think he was actually going to get used, but I guess he was. So I turned on Max Pacify, and I get to take this lovely little Zemo. Did a little bit of dueling here. Making sure to hit my reparries. It doesn't really matter sometimes. You can easily heavy counter as heavy. In fact, you can heavy hold as heavy if you really want to. So I think I do that at least once in this fight. Let's see. Okay. And I also PS1'd, if you could not tell, just to get up a little bit faster. You can heavy counter this special one rather, fairly easily, but I didn't really think it was worth the risk. Just play it safe. It's really not that big of a deal. And I was told, and I quote, the SP3 will kill. It does not. It does not kill. Let's throw it. I was scared that it was going to shrug my bleeds and then damage reflect my SP3, which doesn't really make sense, but I just wanted to, I was like, that's how it could go wrong, but instead the shrug bleeds just trigger shrapnel bleeds, and he dies. So this next fight is a thing, and I'm using Valkyrie, obviously. Would not want to be using the other two on my team. But pretty standard. It's just the thing with Valkyrie. I guess I heard something about Fintech saying that you were supposed to only have one Bulwark. I don't know if that was for Battlegrounds, but all I know is that I tried not to trigger Bulwarks because the bigger your Fury is, the, I guess, harder your special 2 hits, which is bad versus thing. So I get one just to be stun immune, and I'm like, alright, that's enough. He's blocking, so I can just drop this special 2 into his block. Do I do the light thing here? I do not. Okay, and I get that special 1 out of him. Yeah, this is a pretty standard fight. There's really not that much to say about this fight, because he's not going to go unstoppable, and I'm hitting hard, so it's like, the fight's going to be over pretty quick. So I'm going to take 2 combos to get up to my SP2, unless I do a medium ender. So I just back off. I could do a medium ender in SP2, but that's what I'm slightly less good at, and so I probably wouldn't want to do it in war as much. There we drop an SP2, and that thing is donezo. He is gone. So pretty standard there. And here's the fight that I was most scared about, which is Ant-Man Future. I don't have an Ant-Man Future. Not a single person has Ant-Man Future as their top champion. So I did exactly 0 duels. I watched a video on the special attacks, and that was the extent of it. The game plan's pretty standard. I'm going to heavy up to SP3. I'm going to intercept. I'm going to drop SP3, and hopefully he dies. Like, that's pretty much like the game plan. And there I tried to heavy counter, even though I'd never seen his heavy, just out of instinct. Bad idea. It's okay though. Unstoppable saved me. Alright. So here, he throws that SP1. It ends with like a little dart. There we go. It's done. Okay. Then I want to bait this another SP1 out of him just so I can get an easier for your intercept. Okay. Let's see this. And I think here I have to... Yeah, I just refresh my prowess just so when I get the intercept I can just go. And I wait for the dart. And then intercept. Just in case, for good measure, I get another prowess and re-up my prowess. Drop that SP3. And it doesn't look like he's going to die. There will be a bunch of bleeds, but it's also sadist. So hopefully I don't get hit. Apparently he also has reduced bleed duration. Didn't even know that, but the shrapnel bleeds killed him. Yeah, pretty good counter. I don't really know enough about him to know if there are better ones. I was told it was a really good option. Then we have a Absorbing Man, or Unabsorbing Man with Human Torch, and an Invul, of course. I've taken this fight 2-3 times. It's really not that hard. You just intercept. It's like not... Intercept, heavy counter, and the fight's over in 35 seconds. So it's not that big of a deal. There we go for a backdraft, which he goes for, and we're off. As you can see, he's absolutely melting. If he chooses to throw the special 1, I'm going to heavy counter it. If he doesn't, I'm going to push him to SP2, which will give him a little bit of energy resistance, but as soon as I heavy counter that, it should not be an issue. Alright, come on. There I get clipped, and it ruins my game plan. I didn't know the heavy counter off the getting clipped, so my bad. Just don't get clipped next time. He throws that special 1, and I don't even need a heavy counter that. I'll just tap him, and even with that mess up, he's still down in 30 seconds flat, so pretty standard. And my last fight is the fight I've been taking pretty much every war, which is a Jessica Jones boss with Valkyrie. I said this earlier in the video. I don't know why people place this boss. She's really not that hard. I'm definitely dying to her next season. I know I said that, but I don't know how people place this boss. If they want to keep placing her, they can. I'm happy to do boss fights. So here, I bait out that heavy attack so I can just use lights and be closer to that 11 number, which is the number I like to hit. There we go. There I got a little bit too overzealous in my reverted combo, so I had to hit her once so that I can get back to 11 when I do the reverted combo. And here, I am going to go to 12, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it really does not matter. Okay, invert. She blocks up immediately, actually. And I drop that special too. And here's the one that I thought I had made a mistake in the previous video. I make it in this video. I mess up a combo into special into block, and it's really unfortunate. Pretty easy thing to do, but I'm not sure how I messed it up. It is what it is, though. It didn't kill me. Spoiler alert. Here we go. And I messed this up, right? Nope, not yet. I'm about to, though. Don't you worry. Here we go. Combo in. And she just takes this to the face. Hits reasonably hard, actually, but definitely not what you're looking for on the special 2. I wonder if it even slowed the fight down, because I still need to throw another special 2 anyway. It may have not even slowed the fight down, to be honest. Like, it may not have actually had any impact on the fight. And there I do a sidestep, because you can't actually step Jessica Jones. I've never actually seen it done by a lot of people, but it's very, very easy to do. And I didn't see a lot of people doing it, so I did it specifically so I could showcase that you could do it. So I dropped the special 2. Okay. She's at bar of power, but it's fine. She blocks. And that's actually a deathless season. I did not take a lot of fights. I only took 53 fights, but I didn't die in any of them. So that's pretty cool there. And now I have some live season rewards. So Salty got Masters this season, and I'm really happy. We got carried, which is we, meaning me. I got carried. I did go deathless, but I took 53 fights. So definitely a little bit of carry going on there. Pretty cool. We're going to grab some skill Nexi for the fat man, and we will see what next. Alright. Pretty cool. First, we're going to open some of these. Here we go. Let's pop 4 of these. I'm looking for Doom, Shuri, Mantis. Pop 2. Hopefully get something good. It's really just Doom that I'm looking for. If I get Doom, I'll stop. Oh, and that's not Doom? Okay. I'm not even going to look at those. I don't really feel like looking at that. That's so frustrating. I haven't gotten anything good in, like, so long. I've gotten a bunch of Absorbing Man Max 6, which, like, is good, but not for me. I just haven't gotten anything good recently. And it is what it is. Please stop. Let's go. Alright, rant done? Rant is done. Yeah, goodbye, Crystal. I don't need you anymore. You are terrible. Yeah, this is the last featured Crystal I'm gonna open. It's pretty, yeah. Oh, okay, I was gonna say I don't really need another Absorb Man, but it's not like I need another unleveled Atuma. So, very good though. Definitely will take. Okay, anything down here? Not really. I have the Nexi, of course. And I got these, which is kind of cool. Mystic is what I have the most of. And Science is what I want the most. Okay, got some Science. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we got to open these 2 skill Nexi. We're looking for 2 people in particular. If I get one of those, that'll be really hype. Come on. Huh. I guess I'll awaken Misty for defense, but a Masker Sig would be kind of cool. I mean, those are good champions. Not really what I was looking for. But decent. I already got Dooms, so if I don't get anyone else, it is what it is. But I would really like some of these skill champions here. Come on. And that is very much not it. Do I take the Max Sig here, or do I awaken Electra in case she gets buffed? The Max Sig is only a chance at an awakening gem, because I don't really care about this. I'm gonna take the Awakening. That was pretty unfortunate there. They really wanted me to have more Valkyrie though, which is kind of cool. But we did get item, so definitely a solid season opening.